start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll go to questions.
A couple of things. One, first of all, I just want to thank God for this opportunity, man. To coach these guys and watch them just get a little bit better, you know, and we to stay the course and not try to be concerned about what other people are saying and how at what rate we need to improve. I feel like our guys are doing a great job of growing together and getting a little bit better every single day. Second thing is, like, you know, last night we lost Louis Carnesecca, and I didn't know him personally, but it's when I fell in love with basketball. You know, watching Coach Carnesecca and Coach Thompson and Coach Boeheim, the Big East, and, you know, just all those games and the atmosphere and the whole, man, all those coaches had such great personalities, you know, and I still remember the sweaters, right? And then Coach Thompson wearing the sweater, you know, man, just a legend of our game, a guy who did a lot for the game of basketball. And the fact that we get to go up there and play next week, man, I feel so honored and praying for Coach Carnesecca's family. So thank you. I'll take questions.
Obviously, this opponent was overmatched here, but what do you take out of this?
Well, I felt like we asked the guys to play to a standard, and that was our approach. I thought the guys took that approach. We wanted to be the team with the most energy and passion, and I thought we did that. And then, you know, we knew that we would get shots up, and some teams that played against them have, like, settled for threes and allowed them to hang around. And I told the guys in shoot-around today that, guys, we're going to put up 35 threes, and we're going to make 15 of them, and the 20 that we miss, we're going to get 10 of those offensive rebounds. And they actually did better than I thought, you know, 21 of 40, and we got the, you know, 10 offensive rebounds. So, you know, I felt like the guys executed what we wanted to execute.
How good was it to see George turn that on like that?
Yeah, no, it was really good, and he's been doing better at practice and getting more comfortable. And, you know, I mean, all these guys, like, they are coming from some place where they did things a certain way and they had a certain comfort level, and, you know, and now, like, it's different and maybe not what they expected or as they expected, or it's not coming as easy as they wanted. And, you know, there's a lot of doubt and stuff goes in, right? Like, not just, you know, on the player side, on the coach's side, and we all have to like build this trust that they know they can play through some mistakes, and they can, you know, and that's on me as a coach to help them feel more comfortable so that they can be the best version of themselves. But him and Doug and, you know, and David Castillo, you know, just to see those guys, you know, as they're growing and they're learning and they're feeling more comfortable, that's a joy to see.
And you mentioned David. What is his upside? How good can this young man be?
David Castillo is going to be an all-conference guard, you know, and he's a winner, you know, and, you know, this may be the first time in his life, other than injuries, that he's had to come off the bench or, like, struggle, like things are not as easy for him, right? And he's always been able to slow the game down because of his maturity, and it's not the case right now. But he's continuing to work. I heard Kirby Smart say that they asked their guys to work while you wait, right? And that's what I'm asking David to do, to continue working while you're waiting, because that's what's going to help you get better. And I mean, you're an ankle turn away from, you know, consistently playing 25 minutes a night, you know, and so that's something that's difficult to do, but he's mature enough to handle it.
What kind of step did Castillo take tonight?
Well, I think that, you know, because of the nature of practice and how long we've been going and weights and everything else we've been doing, he probably wasn't spending enough of his individual time in the gym, getting up as many shots, and therefore he wasn't as confident. And so I challenged him, to spend more time in the gym, make 300 to 500 every day. Not what you're doing. It's not enough to make 50 shots before practice or 50 after. We need 300 to 500 every day. And I think he looked like a young man who the last couple of days has made 300 to 500 shots.
This was the first time I've been able to talk to him. He seems like a great guy. Take me back to that time when he decides to sign with Kansas State, and what's going on in your mind at that time?
Oh, it was unbelievable, right? Like unexpected, right? We thought we were in good shape with him, and we went down to Oklahoma and to meet with his family and him, and he was playing in some event, or maybe it was something that was going on where we didn't get to meet him at his house. So we met at a hotel in a conference room, and I'm talking like I probably went on for like 20 minutes, right? Just why, we're the player, this, then the other, and then he looks at me like and he goes, "Coach, you done?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I'm coming." And I mean, we must have fell out our chairs. We was up running around the room. It was just unbelievable, And so, man, so blessed. I got goosebumps right now thinking about that because, how exciting it was and unexpected. That he knew this is where he wanted to be, and so blessed to have him.
Yeah, so many big nights across the board. Score 120 with still Coleman just scoring 2 points. Is he pressing a little bit, trying to when he's shooting the ball in front of the home fans? Is there anything into that?
No, how many guys come off a career high at K-State, right, last game, and then come into a game like this and see that his teammates are rolling and doesn't flinch and still delivers passes, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, 4 rebounds, and is not upset that he's not getting up shots. Like, people want every guy to be a Superman every night, and tonight wasn't. He's like, my teammates are rolling, and he was actually calling the stuff that would allow him to be a facilitator rather than a scorer, And so this is not an off night. Coleman did what we needed to do to win because he's a winner, and he cares about winning, and he loves his teammates.
With David and recruiting, the fact that Clint Stewart was his coach, did that help at all as far as his experience here, do you think?
Man, I sure hope so. No, Clint did a great job, man. Clint's experience here was special, and I'm sure he shared that with David. David's sister was a student here, but it was for a semester. That was when COVID had hit. And so he was familiar with this place and the feel of it. And I think he liked our staff, but I think he loves K-State and was, planning to come here regardless, because he just loved the feel that he got when he was here.
And you'd said in preseason that he wasn't your typical freshman. Was this kind of today what you'd been seeing?
Yeah, we've seen days like this in practice and stuff. So, yeah, his maturity level, his approach, is a little bit different than the average freshman.
Also, Ugo and Bay Fall didn't play.
Both were under the weather.
Okay.
That's the reason.
You mentioned some stats earlier, but is there one in particular that was your most favorite other than 120?
No, we at halftime they were leading 7 to 4 or 3 or whatever offensive rebounds. And we said, okay, what's going to be our standard at halftime? And they said, we're not going to let them get more than 11. So 4 offensive rebounds. And we held them to 4 offensive rebounds in the second half. So. Hey, thanks a lot. Go Cats.